you, Jonathan. Hi, everybody. I'm Gaurav. So CliQr is a cloud application management platform that makes it easy and efficient to move, manage, and secure applications on any cloud infrastructure without the need to modify that application. Now, I, like most of you with a background in IT, tend to become skeptics over time. And we have all heard about cloud over the last few years. So arguably, can I go one slide back? So arguably, cloud started with SaaS solutions, companies like Salesforce.com providing a single application out of their cloud. The next wave of cloud was infrastructure as a service, which gave rise to the possibility to take any application, new or existing, and run them on these infrastructures, be it a public cloud like Amazon EC2 or your own private cloud. This in turn gave rise to a breed of PaaS solutions, platform as a service, that so far have been largely directed towards new application development and deployment on these infrastructures. A common theme that you would notice across this first generation of cloud computing solutions is the marriage of applications to infrastructure. Today, these solutions customize or hardwire a particular application or particular application architecture to the underlying infrastructure. So where does that leave us with the state of cloud today? Most of us have already virtualized, and we run our own private clouds. Application enablement, application agility on these infrastructures continues to be a challenge. On the public cloud side, most of the effort has been largely directed towards greenfield applications. What hasn't happened, what hasn't been done so far, is enabling the masses of enterprise line of business applications. For example, your SAP deployments, customized or not for your businesses, running on these clouds. And the root of the problem goes back to this marriage between application and infrastructure that today requires one to go through a lengthy, complex, and costly migration exercise, often relying heavily on professional services, to re-architect an application to the target cloud infrastructure. Not only that, moreover, today, migrating to a cloud requires one to take a leap of faith. There is no way, for example, to predict in advance how an application is going to perform on the target cloud. On the other hand, once migrated, the application gets locked into that infrastructure. It's often too late to change. Most of the multi-cloud enablement solutions so far have meant multi-migration. So what does CliQr do? CliQr makes what's hard, this complex process, easy, not just in terms of onboarding an application to a cloud, but fluidly and portably being able to move those applications within different cloud infrastructures. With CliQr, any existing application or new application can be forklifted from its existing deployment, be it virtual, be it physical, onboarded onto CliQr's platform, after which it's ready to run on any underlying cloud, private, public, or a hybrid combination thereof. Once onboarded, the fact that we are cloud independent allows us to one-click benchmark that application on multiple clouds and give immediate insight onto how that application is going to perform on those different clouds. Not just different clouds, but different configurations within those cloud infrastructures. CliQr also provides a comprehensive set of runtime management features, such as policy-driven scaling, management of cost sprawls on the cloud, and complete security in terms of end-to-end data encryption and key management on cloud platforms. So what I would like to do is give you a very brief flavor of how our technology works, how our platform is able to onboard applications. So what I have here is a sample application, a well-known open source application called Rulebook. It's a Java web application that's currently deployed here. It's not managed by CliQr. It's running on a physical environment. So if one were to onboard this application through CliQr, and this is a live demo running as a platform as a service, I will log into the CliQr platform and go through a simple one-time onboarding process, which does not require me to modify that application, just forklifted it, and after that, it's ready to run on different clouds. So these are some applications from a variety of different segments that I've already onboarded. The Rulebook application is not here. So I go to onboard an app, and CliQr provides a variety of onboarding templates for various application architectures, be it end-tier applications or legacy computing applications. So for example, in this case, this is a Java web app. I'm going to select the Java web app template. And
5-second summary. Thank you.
so the end result of this would be I would be just pointing to the application footprint, after which it can run on any cloud. I would be just dropping and selecting the cloud that I want to run this application on. It will automatically come up.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Do we have questions in the audience, John?
Yep, we do. We
Got
have
one right
questions
here.
over here. David?
It's hard.
Thank you. Very interesting and very brave to try the live demo.
Thank you.
I'm interested in the pricing model, the cost model.
Yes.
Not necessarily how much, but if we spend hundreds of dollars in administration for tens of cents of compute hour, that doesn't compute. So that's the piece of how do you get paid?
Well, so first of all, when we help you move your applications to the cloud, we don't even charge anything for that. What is today already a lengthy and complex exercise, there's no risk to do that through us. Once onboarded, we provide features like runtime management and the ability to move the application between different clouds. And there we charge just like the cloud providers on a pay-per-use basis and a subscription model. It's tiered by the number of compute hours that we are managing on the cloud for your application deployments.
So we pay the cloud vendor and some margin to you.
That's right.
Yeah, the one question I had, and then I would like to kick it over to Forrester, is how much time does it take to move an enterprise app using this technology into the cloud?
So in this case, for example, if I had 15 more seconds, I would have had that Rulebook application onboarded and running on any cloud. It does take time to spin up an application based on the underlying cloud's capabilities. But in most cases where we have out-of-box templates, it typically takes less than a day to get an existing deployment onboarded onto a cloud. Great.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So there have been some solutions similar to this in the past, like Cloud Switch. RightSkill and Stratus both talk about this capability where they kind of have to package the application ahead of time. In the case of some of these, they have a middleware layer that does the translation between whatever you're running on and the application itself. Is that how yours works, or are you doing a different technique?
Well, overall, our technique is based on a core orchestrator layer that we have developed, which does the impedance matching between how applications today view data center resources and how the cloud provides them. This allows us to take any application, any cloud, and match them without the need to modify either. So that's also what allows us to fluidly and portably move those applications within clouds without the need to customize or build custom images on every particular infrastructure.
So it makes sense that you could do that from an infrastructure as service to a virtualization platform and so on. But what about a platform as a service, which you listed?
So in terms of platform as a service, most platform as a service solutions so far fall into a couple of categories. One are platforms that are providing an API or enforcing a particular application architecture that works largely for new greenfield applications. And the other PaaS solutions have been hardwired for a very particular stack, say Ruby on Rails or LAMP stack, that allow you to run that particular application type opaquely on an underlying infrastructure. So where we are different, we call ourselves a PaaS, but where we are different is we are not API-based. We work with existing deployments, forklift them without modifying them, and then run them on any underlying cloud. You get complete transparency. You get the choice which cloud you would like to run on.
So my question would be, you're saying that you move legacy applications to the cloud. Mm-hmm. Well, if you've taken a deep dive into cloud as a CIO, the guidance that you get is you can't move legacy applications to the cloud. So 30-second, why can you do that, whereas the guidance has been not to do that?
Well, at the end of the day, if it's an application that's designed to run on x86, Linux, or Windows architectures that underlying cloud support, then there should be no reason why virtualization of the cloud should make it not possible to run that very same legacy application on a cloud infrastructure. Now, there are problems, and that's where CliQr comes in. There's an impedance mismatch around things like storage, cluster, networking. How to match those interfaces to that of the application's requirement. And that's exactly where we are able to do the impedance matching between legacy applications and what the cloud has to provide.
And you don't require access to source code?
We do not, because if it's a compiled application already designed to run on standard architecture, there's no need for us to modify it.
I'd be worried about the assumptions behind the saying that I can forklift without changing the application at all. I have clients who have legacy applications have hard-coded IP addresses and hard-coded routines in them. I just have a very hard time imagining how you do that without modifying the application.
So if the application is very hard-coded and it's directly tying the IP to what the source has, then clearly that's very hard to do. There's no magic there. But most standard enterprise applications have configuration files, are easily customizable, and so we are able to forklift all of that, automatically replace those IP addresses or configuration parameters, and run them on the cloud.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Let's give him a hand.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done.